So this meditation is really getting in touch with the inner child. So let's go ahead and close our eyes and take some nice deep breaths, connecting with the body. And we are going to, for a moment, recall into our minds that we are of spirit, and this body and this reality that we are in is by choice of the soul, and that we really started off in a non-physical space before we actually appeared in flesh and blood here on earth. So I invite you to think of a river starting at a mountaintop, at the snowy peak of a mountaintop. And as the snow comes down a little lower and a little lower, it forms into water, and then the speed of the movement gradually picks up. And then it moves even faster. And so think of yourself as this beautiful, pristine, pure, clear water of life coming to earth to be and to do what spirit does, which is create out of love. And so we come here with this innocence, this sparkling clarity, such beauty, and go back as far as your memory takes you. And think of those childhood days when you were really, really free. Just take a moment to revisit this unencumbered life where all needs were taken care of. And there was this excitement about being here, waking up in the morning with excitement of the day and the freedom to go out and play. See yourself in that situation. The spontaneity, the adventures, the innocence, the trust. The imagination not torn down by ideas of impossibilities. It went wherever it wanted to go, like open skies. And then if you allow yourself to grow up from that space, you will notice how slowly the restrictions begin. The little do's and don'ts, the cans and the can't. And yet, there's great openness, freedom, and friendships, and adventures with like-minded and similar aged friends, girls and boys alike. There is no discrimination here. And then we move up into the age. This part, this first 7 or so years of our lives, is really where our spiritual quotient gets embedded into our being. That is the truth of us that carries the seed of who we are. Right here in the lower abdominal area of our body, right at the place where the second chakra is, where our emotional body is anchored, this is where it sits. And as long as that freedom was available, this would grow in the way it was most suited to that inner child. And then we move and enter our years of purity, and things begin to change. There is a lot more to care about, to be mindful of. The path of the spirit seems to get ever narrower, and it becomes so much more about conforming to existing rules and regulations and customs and expectations and behaviors prescribed by society and community. And suddenly we feel like we cannot be ourselves really. So let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And remind ourselves within all that, that spirit, that inner child, that longing for life in its clear, clean, pristine existence is still there, somewhere in there. The seed has not gone away. All our creativity originates there. We may take ideas from around us in the world, but the real truth of the new things that we birth, whether it be a song or a poem or a piece of art, or simply new ways to share our love, maybe through our cooking, through our gardening, through our just holding someone close and being present. It all still originates right there in the spiritual quotient, base of the spine, emotional body. So we're going to take some deep breaths and make space around this part of the self. And just remind that inner child that there are areas yet that have to be explored, that have not been explored yet. That sometimes we've allowed ourselves to get stymied by those external expectations, do's and don'ts, to the point that we have suppressed that inner being. We have been more cautious than we needed to. And so we'll take another nice deep breath and just remind ourselves there are yet unexplored spaces where we can venture out. We give ourselves permission to move forward, to expand our beingness. To give ourselves the entitlement to be present in all our pristine glory, not with the intention of stepping on anybody's foot or into or getting into somebody else's place, intruding, but just giving ourselves the permission that whatever it is that my heart desires, the spirit is willing. And we have a sensibility about where to venture and stay within the realms of safety. We have learned that growing up. We can loosen those belts a little bit. Let the leash longer. There is a lot yet in life that must be savored. There are spaces that invite us that we might go to yet. And just staying in that space of all the possibilities that we may or may not even have looked at. All we have to do is take a nice deep breath and intend, create the intention within the mind and the heart to be here even more. Create some adventures. Go to places where we have not ventured before. Get that experience and tuck it in. Tuck it in. There's new knowledge, new insights, new loves, new ideas, new friends. And oh, how exciting life becomes again and again and again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.